Hello, happy 2023. Um, just want to say, hope this year is healthy, prosperous, um, happy, and whatnot for everyone in and outside of the group. I wanted to have this first video, if you will, um, be about something that rarely gets any airtime, and that is it's an accessory item. And it's something that, frankly, I've seen folks use, that I've seen them fashion or take items that, could function as this thing and do what needs doing. And that's Tampers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some of what I have amassed over the years and a couple of my favorite. So most of you are familiar with, right? And this is pretty standard. It's the check try tool. See that? I would say, I don't even know if these are $3 yet. Right? I can remember for a while they were, $1.50, maybe $2 max. Some places like Boswell would give you one of those for free if you purchased a pipe. Every now and again, some places may throw them in because, quite frankly, there's probably a great many of these in circulation. So I have quite a few. And the nice thing about these is, right, they're not terribly heavy. They're space-wise, shirt pocket space-wise, they're pretty, economical. Yeah, again, not terribly expensive. If you lose it, you're not going to cry about it. You know why? Because there's likely to be a good chance, if you're an enthusiast, you'd probably get another one of these for free. All right? Either that, or someone may just hand you one just because. A cousin, which, granted, I've not seen them passed out or passed around as much, but they function quite well, and they do one thing, right? Whereas the tri tool kind of does three things, right? So tamp, poke, and scoop, if you will. This is what we often refer to as the pipe nail, which just does the tamping only. I don't know. A variant, I guess, of the tri tool that has I don't really know how to describe it. I guess with the wood here, I can't even really describe the aesthetic, right, this gives, but it's something that fits easily in the shirt pocket. Yeah, there's not really much I can say about it. So you've got, right, a device on the end that does the tamping. Right, you can poke. Now, I'll admit, I use that probably in a way that I should not. Coffee grounds, sorry. I like a coarse grind, and every now and again I get the coffee grounds. But I will often, now I don't know if you can tell, but that's got something that kind of resembles teeth or rough edge there. I'll admit, to a beater, right, I will use this to remove cake from the inside of the bowl. I know, sacrilege. Not the best thing to do. Probably not its intended purpose either. I won't tell if you won't. Now, if it's something of artist, if it's something a pipe produced by an artisan or a fancy shishi kind of factory-made pipe, like a Bentley Former Design, a Dunhill, that sort of thing, yeah, I probably wouldn't use that because, right, you do that. Even though you might, the naked eye may not notice it, you could bring the bowl out of round, and you may lose points on that, right, when you decide that you want to put it back out in the market and, of course, get some money back. Here's a fancier version of the Tamp. Now, this one is, I thought this was one of the Brebbia ones. No, it's not. I may have it in here. Let's see. Ah, this might be it. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. So that's got the name Brebbia on it. And there's, right, it says Italy. Yeah, this, I'm sure I got from Steve Bonjour at one of the Brebbia Ardor Ronaldo trunk shows I attended. Now, as we move on to, oh, okay, and there is a iron version of the pipe nail. Now, some of the nicer wares I have, this is a Cody Huey, I believe, was the name, and this is, he was doing a series of Mustache Man briar or wood tampers, and this is one of them. There's another. Yes, that is a face carved into that. Yeah, here we go. Okay, here we go. So there's his, those are his initials. And I've had this at least 8 years. And this one I got the year before. This is about 9 years. Oh, and here was another one that he did. Now this is a different line. This is he called them scrap box tampers. Yeah, this one's really nice. And I think these. I think these are. I forgot. Did he say these are ivory on the ends? Or horn. Oh, sorry. Yeah, horn. On the ends. Really nice. Let's see. Yeah, this one was one I got from Briar Blues. It's a nice plateaued finger rest there for tamping. This is a lady finger produced by Silver Gray. Right, so the plateauing, the roughing out, right? Good for grasping. And I like them so much, I think I have 3 lady fingers. Yeah, here's the third one. And if you hadn't guessed, in Silver Gray's case, and I've seen like other pipe makers do this, in fact, and I don't see it here. I have a tamper produced by Philip Rivara. What some pipe makers will do is, with the leftover briar, right? So you start with a briar block, or you draw up the shape. You start with a briar block. You rough it out. You shape it. Well, as you shape out the pipe from the briar block, right? There are pieces that go away, Um, if I'm not mistaken, with the case of Silver Gray and the one I have by Phil Rivara, which um, I know where it is. It's with my others on the other side of the room there. What they'll do is they'll take the scrap, the leftover briar, and they'll produce a tamper, right, with that. I think in Silver Gray's case, she used to have these briar, these hearts, and I want to say she used to make necklaces and things like that with them. Um, and that was actually pretty smart because let's say if a guy goes to a pipe show and she's right selling pipes, and he brings his sig other, his wife along. The wife, right, or the significant other might actually buy hearts where she might not buy a tamper because, right, she may not be a pipe enthusiast. So, and I know Silver also, at one time, she made like little briar shot cups, right, with the briar scraps, because I have one. Again, yeah, really good idea, really creative, right, for maximizing. I don't know what those briar blocks cost per block, but I would say, yeah, it's a really good way to maximize, right, a briar block because, as you can imagine, look at, well, put it this way, as you can imagine, what if you take a block, you rough it, you shape it out, but then something happens, right? It cracks. Just something happens, right, during the process, and you have to scrap the whole darn thing and then start over. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could reclaim some of the spend on that block and produce something else that won't give you as much trouble, right, when trying to arrive at the finished product. Denial of the accident, if you will. So, let's see. Here's another one. This is a nice one as well. I got from Briar Blues probably a decade ago. Let's see. Anything else interesting here? No, repeats. Yeah, this is one that was produced by... there's a guy at a YouTube channel. I think he went by Hobby Pipes was the name. Yeah, that was one that I purchased from him probably in 2012, maybe. All right, so there you have it. So yeah, a necessary pipe accessory. And then there's some that tend to be little works of art themselves. So, but at any rate, I would say pick what you like. Yeah, so here's another one of those wooden deals that I hadn't even opened yet. All right, that was, again, I think a 3-fer I got from that Pearl seller. Here's another, right, pipe nail, not even opened. Yeah, I would say, use what works. It could be a literal nail from around the house, right? Clip the end, get rid of the danger. Use that. I've heard some guys say that they use like a lip balm tubes and whatnot, right? All depends on right, what you're trying to achieve. Is it just purely function? Is it a combination of function and art? Right? Is it function or is it art? You decide. So hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry it ran a bit long. Again, prosperous New Year to you all. When your time permits, fire up the briar and enjoy a pipe. This has been P.C.B.E., aka Uva Doble. Take care.